Katie. How's it going?
Hi, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Are you ready to begin the session?
Yeah, can you set the stage for me?
Sure. Today's session is a Join My Podcast session with Bob. The session begins as if you've met at the bar at a conference. When Bob shows up, you can start the simulation by saying, "So, what do you think about joining me on the podcast? Do you have any more questions before we start?"
No, that's great. Thanks. Goodbye.
Great. Let's get started.
Hi, Bob. How's it going?
Hi there. It's going well. Thanks. How about you?
Going well, my friend. How's Q4 shaping up for you?
Q4 is always a busy time, but we're focused and pushing hard to hit our targets. How about you?
Yeah, busy as well. And listen, I know you have a ton going on, and I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I was wondering if you wanted to join me as a guest on the GTM podcast.
I appreciate the invitation. I already have my own direct audience on LinkedIn, and I'm really selective on which podcast to join. Why should I come on the GTM podcast?
Yeah, totally. I get it. A lot of our guests like how focused our audience is. We speak specifically to revenue leaders and early stage founders. And currently, we have around 30,000 monthly downloads, and it's growing every month. I recently found out we're actually a top 1% podcast globally, which is pretty cool for a niche podcast. And most of our guests see a pretty big uptick in their social following. It's helped them acquire customers, form new partnerships, help them hire or even get hired. And we've had a few even become advisors to some really cool startups.
That sounds impressive. However, I'm super busy and focused on hitting our Q4 number right now. I'm not sure if I have the time to prep, record, and review an episode.
Yeah, I hear you. Most of our guests are definitely really busy people, and we like to do as much of the heavy lifting on our side as possible. We have a great VP of marketing, Sophie, who can send over all the details along with a quick type form that should take you less than, really 15 minutes to fill out. And for ultra busy guests, that's usually enough to have a pretty compelling conversation. And then there's others who like to have a prep call or two beforehand, but it's totally up to you.
That helps to know. But I've listened to a few episodes and people share pretty intimate stories from their careers. I'm worried that my company, Tech Growth Solutions, will feel uncomfortable with me sharing all of the tactics and strategies that are working for us right now.
Yeah, that's a fair call out. I mean, it's always a bit of a balance. We do try to get into the finer details whenever possible because those little details and numbers can be really valuable to listeners, but only to a level that our guests feel comfortable with. Of course, we would never publish anything that you did not approve of. We keep it as real and raw as we can, but there have been cases where maybe a name or a number was dropped that afterwards we redacted. We can handle that all in post production.
That makes sense. Thanks for addressing my concerns. I'll think about it and get back to you if I decide to move forward.
Yeah, sounds good. Do you by chance have any time next Thursday? My afternoon is pretty open.
I appreciate the offer, but I don't think I can commit to another meeting right now. Thanks for understanding.
I feel you. Well, whenever you're ready, you'd certainly be in good company. We've had the CEO of GitHub, Apollo, and Procore on. So hopefully, maybe in the new year, we'll make it happen.
I appreciate that. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks for reaching out and understanding my situation.
Thanks, Bob. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Take care.
Welcome back. Give me a moment to review your session. You did well in several areas, especially in explaining the podcast's value proposition and addressing concerns about content control. However, you could improve on addressing time and effort concerns more effectively. When the prospect mentioned their busy schedule, you could have emphasized the minimal time commitment more clearly and reassured them about the ease of preparation. For example, you might say, "I understand you're busy. Most of our guests find that the preparation takes less than 15 minutes, and we handle all the heavy lifting. Recording typically takes just an hour, and we can work around your schedule."
That's great advice, Katie.
Glad you found it helpful. If you need more feedback or have any other questions, feel free to ask.
Perfect. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Keep practicing and good luck with your future sales conversations.